Alrighty, we're gonna get started. So welcome everyone to the Middlesex County Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Chelsea and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. The presentation, this one as well as all the others, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Middlesex. And I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, and that's going to be Drew University.
Hey everybody, my name is Zach Maurer. I'm a senior admissions counselor at Drew University. I'm glad you're here at this panel, learning a little bit about us and all the other institutions that we have here today. I'm going to share my screen with us so we can all learn a little bit more about Drew. Outside of being an admissions counselor here, I'm also a proud alum. I graduated in 2013 from Drew, so it's great to be working with students like yourself. So first off, Drew University, we are located in Madison, New Jersey. So we are about 50 minutes outside of New York City via train. We're about an hour and a half or so outside of Philadelphia. So we're in a really great location. We do have a train station right in the middle of our town, which really does allow us to have all that access that I mentioned, getting to and from so many different places. It really puts us in a great spot here. Also, we are a small liberal arts institution. So when I say small, I mean, we have about 1,700 undergraduate students. So when you break that down per class, we have about a 12-to-1 students to professor ratio. So you do have that really nice small size that really allows you to have that close professor to student relationship. Couple of quick facts about us. So for those who have not been to our university, you might be able to tell from this photo. So we are actually technically a forest, which is a great place to go to college. It's one of my favorite shots, almost primetime fall here right now. Some fast facts about us. Our top 5 majors that we have here at Drew are theater arts. So we consistently rank in the top 20 nationwide for our theater arts program. Our political science majors, our business program, which we recently just expanded and added several majors within that, including finance, accounting, and marketing, as well as our English major and our sciences. So everything in your chemistries to biology, neuroscience, physics. Those are our top 5, but we have many more. We have more than 40 majors and minors here, several pre-professional programs where you can be on that track, and several combined programs where you can have your focus towards medicine, towards engineering, and then so many more options here. A couple key things that we focus on here at Drew and what you can expect as a student here would be through our launch experience. And what launch is it's our guarantee that, one, we're going to be getting you outside of the classroom in immersive experiences, and we're also going to be focusing on advising. I'll talk advising in a little bit. But first, I want to talk about immersive experiences. We wholly believe that getting you outside of the classroom is equally just as important as the work that you do inside the classroom, which is why we are guaranteeing that all of our students are at least going to be getting 2 immersive experiences. But in all honesty, you're probably going to have more because there are so many opportunities at Drew to do things out of the classroom. From our New York City semesters, like you can see in our bottom left-hand corner, where if you want to do things like social entrepreneurship, where you work closely with nonprofits to help solve problems, or you are in our theater semester, where you're working with a group called Tectonic, and your entire goal is to create your own show from the ground up that goes off Broadway for a week. Or you are going to the UN 2 times a week, and you're meeting with top diplomats and learning what it's like to be in that political sphere. New York City semesters are a really popular option for our students, open to all majors. We also have, for those who are interested in science, we have a RISE program here where you can get involved in research from day one, which is such a unique opportunity to work with professors who have been in their field for decades. And as a first semester student can do some really unique research right away. And we also have our treks, which these are our study abroad options, and they range from 1 to 3 weeks, which is our short treks, and we have our long treks, which is your more traditional study abroad for an entire week. But getting off campus is really huge here at Drew. firmly believe in getting you outside of that classroom. The advising side is absolutely a crucial part from day one, and honestly leading the summer leading into your first year at Drew. You're going to have groups of individuals who work at Drew and who are passionate about finding out what you are truly passionate about. And if you don't know what you want to study, that's completely fine. So many students come into Drew undecided. We actually like to say that undecided is their most popular major. So your advisor is going to be working with you closely throughout your 4 years to help you map your plan and really figure out what you're passionate about, who you should be connected with at Drew, and what types of alums you should be connected with, and when you should start to think about doing your off-campus experiences. So the advising portion is another huge part that you can expect here at Drew University. Throughout this entire experience, from doing things outside of the classroom and through the advising process, you are going to gain all these different types of transferable skills throughout your time doing research, presenting, presentation skills, all these opportunities that are going to be immediately applicable to whatever you want to do after graduation. You want to enter graduate school or you want to enter directly into the workforce. All these skills are going to be right there for you. Out a little bit about student life, because that's another huge part about going to college, and especially at Drew, where student life is really big. We're a Division III university where we have 22 varsity sports here. And we also have more than 90 clubs and organizations for you to get involved in. It's really not uncommon to see students in 3, 4, 5 different things that they're really passionate about. So student life is huge here, and it is a great opportunity to meet new people. For those who haven't been here, we have tours every single day. We have an open house coming up on the 13th. And if you can't make it in person, we have virtual guided tours online. Thank you all so much for learning a little bit about Drew. My email's there, we're on Instagram. And I'm going to turn it back over to Chelsea.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I'm going to next pass it off to Washington and Jefferson College.
Thanks so much, Chelsea. Hi, I'm Bob Atkins. I'm the Dean of Admission at Washington and Jefferson College. Like Zach, I'm also a W&J graduate, although he graduated from Drew. I graduated from W&J a long time ago, 1987. More importantly than that, I'm a proud parent of a 2018 W&J graduate who just finished law school a couple of months ago. So I'm really excited about that piece of things. I am going to share my screen and let's talk a little bit more about W&J and who we are. So this is the W&J experience. So where are we located? We're located in a small town called Washington, Pennsylvania, roughly 25 miles southwest of Pittsburgh. Actually was in Pittsburgh today for a college fair. It took me about 40 minutes with traffic to get downtown. So it's pretty easily accessible. We think it's the best of all locations. Within an 8-hour drive of Washington, Pennsylvania, 132 million people live. There are something like 60 of the top 100 most populous cities in the country are within an 8-hour ride of W&J. So we utilize that distance for internships and other opportunities to travel and learn from the local environment. Academically, we're very proud of the fact that we have a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio and we have very small classes. Average class size at W&J is 16. We're going to know who you are. Professors, Drew talked a little bit about, or Zach talked a little bit about advising earlier on. Advising is a big thing at W&J as well. With the student-to-faculty ratio of 10-to-1, your advisors are really going to know who you are. What that means is at the end of the day, when you're graduating from W&J, you get very personalized recommendations in terms of where you should go, what you should do, and how you should get there. So nothing's ever going to be cookie cutter on our campus. As you can see, we believe very strongly in students studying abroad. With roughly 40% of our student population traveling abroad, we think it's a large part of the education process. We offer a wide variety of majors and special programs, as you can see. These are all things that you can do during your time on our campus. We require every W&J student to have 2 academic areas of study. So every W&J graduate will have at least a major and a minor when they leave W&J. Many of them, about 60%, will have a double major. So we're going to certainly encourage you to explore all of your academic interests, no matter what they are. We like to think of people doing things that are complementary. So if you're interested in business as a major, perhaps you add psychology as a minor to help you get ahead when you're in the corporate world. Again, it's really up to you as a student to decide what unique combination do you want to put together, and we're going to help you get to that point. So it's really, I think, a great option for students in terms of building a unique platform that suits just who they are. In addition to all those programs, we offer a number of special programs like pre-law and pre-med. In fact, we're very well known for those areas. Roughly 40% of all of W&J graduates immediately will pursue graduate schools. Whether they're looking at medical schools, law schools, MBA programs, PhD programs, that's roughly almost half of our graduating class. So we definitely know what it takes to get you into that point where you can be admitted to a graduate program. I was probably never more proud than when my daughter came to me and said, Dad, I've got my first acceptance to law school. It was a pretty awesome experience knowing that she earned that acceptance on my campus. As you can see, we also have a pretty strong education program. We've never had a student fail the national teacher examination. And that's been, a number of years. And so we're very proud of that. And of course, with our 3-2 engineering, I'm very proud to announce that a school that's not listed on here, we just signed an agreement with them, is the University of Pittsburgh. So we're adding a 4th program to 3-2 engineering. We're really excited about that addition. It's a local product for students that are in the area, and for students that want to stay in Western Pennsylvania, we think it's a great option for them as well. I mentioned earlier study abroad being very popular. As you can see, 40% of our students will do that. There are really 3 ways that you can study abroad coming from W&J. The first is the traditional method where you go abroad during the fall semester or the spring semester. Many students will do that. The second way to travel is what we call doing a travel class during J-term. That's a class that will meet on campus for maybe a day, and then they go off campus for 2 to 3 weeks. And you can go all over the world. The beauty about those classes is that you go with a faculty member from W&J and a number of other students. So anywhere from 10 to 15 other students will go with you. My daughter took advantage of that. She's a big theater buff. And so she went to London for 22 days and went to 18 different plays and musicals in 22 days. As a theater buff, she was super excited. Now, Bob Atkins, the biology major, probably not so excited about that trip, but for her, it was perfect. The last way that you can get abroad is probably my favorite way. And that's what we call the Magellan Project. Think of it this way. If you could go anywhere in the world and study anything you wanted to study for, let's say, 3 to 8 weeks in the summertime, where would you go and what would you study? And the Magellan allows you to live out that dream. So if you want to go to study Holocaust sites in Europe, you can do that. And W&J pays for you to go do that. So we cover the cost, we cover your travel over there, we cover where you're staying, any expenses you might take, we're gonna help you cover. So we really want you to build the unique travel abroad experience, one that's going to help you in ways that go beyond education. So you can do a Magellan that doesn't necessarily tie into what you want to major in. It can be something totally different. Again, it's going to be your choice. It's going to be up to you. It will help you personalize your education process. In addition to all those things, we offer a number of sports. About 40% of our student body will be involved in intercollegiate sports. We are an NCAA Division III school, and we offer 26 sports, 13 for men and 13 for women. I myself played football and ran track at W&J, and I can tell you that those were very gratifying experiences, helped round out my college experience. So if you're a student athlete, we're going to encourage you to go ahead and continue that pursuit while you're at W&J. Above and beyond athletics, we offer a very robust campus life. I live about 6 blocks from the campus, and despite the fact that my daughter could have come home at any time, she rarely did. She was home occasionally to wash some clothes, or more importantly, would drop them off for me to wash or for my wife to wash. More importantly, she was involved in many activities that take place on campus, both every day and of course on the weekend. There's a ton of things going on. We also have the Pittsburgh Pipeline, which is a free shuttle service into Pittsburgh on the weekends. So Fridays and Saturdays, if you want to get into Pittsburgh and go see a play, go catch a musical, go watch the Pirates play or the Penguins play, you can do that, and W&J will pay for that at no cost to you. On our campus itself, there are 28 different residence halls. Seniors get to choose where they want to live. Freshmen, I'm sorry, we're going to assign you where you want to live, but they're all fairly nice. They're all going to be, they all have air conditioning. They're all, really nice places to live. I would encourage you to come visit W&J and see for yourself where you might be living for the next 4 years. I mentioned career services because I think that's important. It's a way that you can get involved and get access to your jobs fairly early on. And with that, I see Chelsea here, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I would encourage you all to visit W&J, come see us. And if you have any questions, I'll drop my information in the chat line. I'd love to talk with you at any time. Chelsea.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that. All righty, next I'm going to pass it off to Western Michigan.
Thanks, Chelsea. Hi, everybody. It's nice to meet you. My name is Sarah Dravik, and I am one of our associate directors here at Western Michigan University. And I'm also the admission counselor and representative for most of the East Coast. So I get to really review everybody. And I want to make sure, can we all see my screen? Thumbs up somewhere. Perfect. Did we get it? I'm sorry, Chelsea, yes? Perfect. All right, I'll do it one more time. Thank you. All right, so Western Michigan University, we are located in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is about halfway between Detroit and Chicago. It's right where that W is on the map. Here at WMU, we want you to not only take a passion and go for it, but to truly live your best life. We offer over 150 different majors in over 7 academic colleges. So you may have heard of us because of our top-ranked engineering programs and aviation programs. We are accredited in all 4 areas of fine art: music, dance, theater, and art. And we have a ton of health programs at the graduate level ranked in the top 50 in the entire country. So no matter where you are, we have probably an interest that may garner some of your, may help some of that interest level. At Western Michigan University, you will have the privilege of having pretty small class sizes. Our average class size is 32 students, and 85% of those classes are going to have fewer than 30. You will have the ability to learn directly from the professors themselves. At Western Michigan, you're more likely to be taught by a full-time faculty member than at any other public institution in the state of Michigan. We want you to be excited about learning, and we also are going to actually care about you as a human, because we know that you can't perform well academically if you aren't feeling great mentally and physically as well. And we will care about you from the very first day that you come on campus. Western Michigan University is a community and a home to over 20,000 Broncos. We've also been ranked number 3 in the entire country for new safety initiatives on campus. So you are not just a number here, but you're part of the family. Speaking of this community, our community is 20,000 strong, as I had mentioned, and a quarter of our students come from out of state. We value diversity, what makes you different, and inclusion, what makes you feel that you can be your true, authentic self. We want you to come here and meet new people, make new friends, and you and these friends are going to be some of the first to explore our new Hilltop Village. We have a brand new student center opening up next year, and it is part of our redesign of making a new gateway to our campus. There's a hammock lounge indoors, which I'm super excited to see students hang out in, but knowing that it's the flexible spaces and this is designed with you, the student, in mind. We also have amazing residence halls and facilities. We've opened up 2 new complexes over the last few years. We have over 10 living learning communities, so you can live with folks who share the same interests and majors as you. Those range anywhere from the sciences to the healthcare career fields, or even just giving back in leadership development. You will never be bored at WMU because we have over 4,000 student activities every year and over 400 student organizations. We are also part of the Mid-American Conference, and we are Division I in athletics. We have 16 Division I varsity sports. We have one of the loudest hockey arenas in all of collegiate sports. And if you don't have to just go visit and watch, you can get into all those games for free with your student ID. You could also be a team member on one of our 36 club teams, and those range from lacrosse to rugby, soccer, volleyball, track and field, swim, dive. There's so many opportunities for you to experience the collegiate life here. We are located in Kalamazoo, and I've mentioned this before. Kalamazoo is a city with a 4-season playground. We are minutes from downtown Kalamazoo that has tons of restaurants and festivals, food truck rallies on Fridays, live shows, music venues, but we're also less than an hour to Lake Michigan. So if you love the beach, we are just down the street from one. But if you like to hike and bike or do the nature trail thing, we have hundreds of miles of trails for you to explore. We are a 4-season playground, as I mentioned. It can rain, snow, it may be even in the same day, but know that there's an activity for every season, and I can't wait to have you come and enjoy it yourself. We know student life is exciting and important because it helps you explore all the options. We also know that we're not preparing you just to get a job or graduate college. We're preparing you for a career. And we also know that 85% of the jobs that are going to exist in about, 9 years didn't even exist 2 years ago. And so we are going to help you gain the knowledge, the critical thinking skills to help you succeed no matter where your life takes you. You're going to have those resume building experiences from the very first day you come on campus. We want you to have those internships. We want you to get involved with observations. You are going to land big time internships at some big name companies, or maybe you're going to actually launch a startup at our business research and technology park. No matter where you go, these are actually turning into careers, and 9 out of 10 of our Broncos are employed quickly in their field and in jobs we like. I will share that you may have noticed a little bit about us. We did hit the news this past year for the largest gift to a public institution in the entire country, with $550 million coming right to students to help resources with internships to help you pave the path that you were excited to achieve. And we are excited to learn about this, to share more stories about the student experience, hopefully sharing your story as part of it. If you're excited about being a Bronco, know that we are on the Common App, and we do require official high school transcripts in order to make that admissions decision. We do not require test scores, and any of our scholarships are based on your grade point average at the time of admission on a 4.0 scale. For some of our, to be scholarship eligible, we do require that you apply by early action, which is December 15th of your senior year. And finally, I'm going to let you sit this. If you need more information, you can go ahead and contact me at the email address listed on your screen. I'll also drop it in the chat. But I wanted to thank you for your time today, and I want to be able to turn it over to our next presenter. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, next we have Sacred Heart University.
Cool, Chelsea. Thank you. I'm going to try to share my screen right now. Let's see. Everyone see that? All right, welcome everyone. My name is Owen Waslegger. I'll be the rep for New Jersey for Sacred Heart University. I played Division I baseball. I didn't go to Sacred Heart like some of the alumni in here. I went to their colleges. I went to Mount St. Mary's University in Maryland, and then I got my graduate certificate from Fairfield University, which is in the same town. So Sacred Heart University is about 6,000 students, founded in 1963. 9,000 students with graduates. We are the second largest institution northeast to Boston College, and First Catholic University founded by lay people, and that's why we are called the Pioneers. We're located about an hour east of New York City. We have a train station right downtown, which can take you there. We get a lot of students from Long Island, New Jersey, about 2.5 hours to Boston. We are close to 3 cities, New York, Stamford, Connecticut, which is a big corporate city, and then Hartford, Connecticut as well. So just going over our academics real quick, we do have 6 colleges of study. So the Colleges of Arts and Sciences, Isabel College of Education, Business and Technology, Nursing, Health Professions, and then our St. Vincent's College, which is a lot of associate degrees and part-time students. We are a big healthcare profession school. So our most competitive major is nursing. That's a 3.7 GPA to get in, acceptance rate of 37%. For our regular school, it's about 3.4 GPA, 64% acceptance rate. We are a pretty small class size, so average 21 students, and the teacher ratio is 14:1. So, it's really good to build that relationship with professors, not only during school, but also after school for jobs as well. Just going over some of our majors real quick. So in the arts and sciences, on the left-hand side, you can see all the stuff you want to major in there. You can double major, you can minor. We do have some accelerated programs as well. On the right-hand side is our School of Communication, Media, and the Arts. So that's a growing part of our school as well. We have a pretty new media building as well. We have a radio station, production to video the football games, hockey games, things like that. And then we do have a School of Social Work. So in Connecticut, a lot of states you need a master's degree to teach. So one of our programs that we offer is a 5-year master's program, 5-year education, 4 years of undergrad. And your last year would be the master's. In Connecticut, like I said, you need a master's. So the 5th year would be your student teaching year. And the school that we send you to student teach, they'll pay for 30 out of 39 credits. So that's, a good amount there. You can get your master's for relatively cheap. Like I said, our health professions is one of our biggest majors. We do have a doctorate program for physical therapy, nursing. Just go real quick. If you want to do physical therapy, you would major in exercise science as your major. You want to do speech pathology, you would major in communication disorders. That's also found at our campus that we is about a mile off a building, Center for Healthcare Education, that was built in 2017. That has sim labs for our nurses and mannequins that breathe, give birth, have strokes, things like that. Like I said, our nursing program, most competitive, direct entry. You can transfer out, but nobody can transfer in. Clinicals begin your sophomore year. The NCLEX average is 88%. Ours was 99 in the class of 2021. And you can study abroad. There's no limitations on that. I'll get to that as we go. So we are a big study abroad school. There's no limitations what you want to study. We do own 2 campuses, one in Luxembourg and one in Dingle, Ireland. Over 60 programs in 30 different countries. You can go for a full semester or a 2-week intersession. We do encourage everyone. Like I said, there's no limitations of what you want to do. These are just some of our internships and outcomes that we have. We have a really big career center here at Sacred Heart, so they really help you with internship placement, resume prep, resume writing, interview prep, things like that. So like I said, we are pretty close to Stamford, Connecticut, which is NBC, CBSN, WWE. We're about 40 minutes south of ESPN, and we're pretty close to New York City, so a lot of internships come out of there as well. We do have the most Division I sports in the country with 33. We are building $1 million hockey rink on our campus. We're in the Northeast Conference, so a small Division I conference in the Northeast, over 60 clubs and organizations. So we want a lot of our kids to get involved. We do have club sports that run at a Division III level. A lot of our students that don't want to do Division I. Division III is about 5 to 6 hours a week, and you can focus on academics. We also are a big performing arts school. We have a 760-seat theater, so that's really popular on campus as well. Living at Sacred Heart, we have 4 years of housing, 2 years are required. So you can go on this link and it'll give you all the different tours. A lot of kids live off campus their junior and senior year, but we do require your freshman and sophomore year. These are just some of the dorms. These next two are both honors dorms, but they're split up. We do have an honors program, so it depends on how many kids are in the honors program. But these are pod styles with a half bath. Next one would be double shared by a full bathroom. So there's a lot of lounge and study spaces for all of our students. We're pretty new. We have 15 new buildings in the last 20 years. We just finished our Pioneer Village with this kind of a Hogwarts style dining hall, and that's on our main campus as well. So that's 5 new dorms with the dining hall. We do have a Jersey style diner. We're 1 out of 3 schools in the country with that. So this is our Center for Healthcare Education. This was built in 2017. All of our healthcare majors, like I said, live sim lab, things like that. So it's a really good opportunity for healthcare students, and they're ready to go when they get into internships and clinicals, things like that. Over at our West Campus, it was General Electric. We bought it from them in 2019. School of Business and Education, we're also building our hockey rink over here. So we have a Wall Street lab, we have a drone lab, a dry lab, things like that. A lot of innovation happens over here. This is about a 5-minute ride on a shuttle. We do have shuttles that run continuously back and forth. Both different buildings are about 5 minutes away on the shuttle. This is our hockey rink that's coming in 2023. So seniors now, it'll be ready next year. We're facing Boston College, 4,200 seat arena. So it's really a big upgrade for our school and our Division I sports. Applying to Sacred Heart, just go through a quick early decision, December 1st, you'll hear back 2 weeks later. Early decision is a binding, so you have to come if you get in. Early action is non-binding, and then early action 2, non-binding as well. 2 letters of recommendation, 1 from a guidance counselor, 1 from a teacher coach, like I said. And then we do have AP IB credits we accept. And then every freshman gets a scholarship. So $7,000 to $17,000 based on your GPA. We do have different scholarships, community service, performing arts, things like that. Any questions? I'll put my information in the chat, and we'd love to see you on campus.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Duquesne University is next.
All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Let me get this PowerPoint started. All right, and great job to my colleagues. These 6-minute spiels are pretty tough, to share everything about your university in such a short time span. But I'm Jeff Patak. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm an associate director with Duquesne University. I love giving these presentations, sharing a little bit about Duquesne. But I think the most important thing you can do tonight, if you hear something about Duquesne that interests you, make sure you get my name and number and email, or scan that QR code, because we want to connect with you. I think, how can I sell you Duquesne if I really don't know what it is that you're looking for? What type of major are you looking for? What type of university? How big? How small? We like to say at Duquesne that we're going to walk alongside you through this process, through the admissions process, and while you're a student and as you're out in your career. So we want to talk to you and learn about you and see if Duquesne is going to be a great fit. So what I'm going to share tonight with you is why students choose Duquesne. We are a private Catholic university located in beautiful downtown Pittsburgh. So if you've never been to Pittsburgh, I certainly encourage you to be there. There's a picture of our campus there. And the why Duquesne is important, and that's how that starts is when we get to know students after they start is why did you ultimately choose to attend here? And there's usually 3 main reasons that they tell us. It's usually the size of the school, It is the location of the school, and it's our academic excellence and outcomes that we have for students, which you'll all be able to see on our website. But when you talk about the size of a school, when you're out visiting, you've probably seen lots of different varieties, from super large schools to tiny little schools, schools in the country. Our campus, about 6,000 undergrad students, as you can see. You've heard everyone mention small class sizes tonight. I think that's important to be able to get to know your professors, get to know your classmates. It just creates a great living environment. But we're not so small where it feels like that high school again. That's sort of that 13th year, as they say. We have all PhD faculty, Division I athletic programs, research opportunities. So everything you expect from a university, but still small enough to really feel comfortable. I mentioned about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is our extended campus. We are located downtown, and you see where we say the best of both worlds campus. We are located downtown, but because we're private, there are no public streets, no buses, no city residential areas within our campus. So it really is a nice, beautiful private campus situated right next to downtown Pittsburgh, with so many opportunities for students, lots of fun activities, internships. I was actually leaving campus this evening, and there were all these people hanging out around the PPG Paints Arena, which is where the Penguins play, which is right at the bottom of the hill from where our campus is. And they all had these boas on and things. So I texted my daughter, I'm like, what is going on at the arena? She's like, there's a Harry Styles concert. I'm like, so I took off. But it's just an opportunity, like things like that students can walk to go to these Penguins games and have fun while you're a college student. So if you haven't been to Pittsburgh, I encourage you to come check it out and see where our campus is at. It's very easy to fall in love with the city of Pittsburgh and also Duquesne. And I mentioned academics. Duquesne is very well known for our high academic standards, but most importantly, our excellent outcomes for students in terms of jobs, career paths, starting salaries, 10-year salaries, just a great starter to lead into extra degrees, master's, PhD programs, things like that. We're very proud that we are all direct entry at Duquesne, which means when you apply to a program, you're accepted into that program. So if you want PA, you're into PA. You don't have to reapply to get into grad school. If you want nursing, you're into nursing. Lots of new academic programs. We have a College of Osteopathic Medicine opening up soon. So just to give you an idea of the types of programs we have, so if you see something that interests you, or maybe you're undecided and you want to learn more about that, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'd love to talk to you more. We have 4-year programs within our School of Education, very popular, our 5-year special ed program. Our Rango School of Health Sciences, extremely popular with our physician assistant, physical therapy, occupational therapy, lots of great programs there with built-in doctorate. Our 6-year School of Pharmacy, again, comes with that early assurance. You don't have to reapply to get into the graduate phase of the program. Our Palumbo Donahue School of Business, lots of 4-year programs there, built-in 5-year master's programs, located right downtown Pittsburgh with all of our corporate partners, internships literally within walking distance of our campus. Our Bayer School of Natural Environmental Science, our freshman scientists start doing research their very first year at Duquesne. Now, you're not alone. You're with graduate students and upper class mentors. You're a little dangerous yet in the labs, but you still get to participate, learn about what research is all about. So I know our first year students really love that. We do have a wonderful School of Law, of course, at Duquesne. They do have a 3+3 articulation. So you can actually do 3 years of undergrad and 3 years in the law school as well. Our McAnulty College is actually sort of our foundation core education, what we call our Bridges learning curriculum at Duquesne. 30 different plus majors and minors that students can choose from, offering lots of different opportunities for students. We have an excellent School of Music for any of you musically talented students. We have students from all over the country, all over the world really, that travel to Duquesne to participate in our School of Music. And of course, downtown Pittsburgh, such a wonderful place to be with our cultural district and Broadway shows and everything else right there near campus. Our School of Nursing offering 4-year programs. That's a direct entry, so you don't have to go into a pre-nursing program. You apply and you're accepted. You're in that. Pittsburgh is well known for our world-class healthcare. So excited to talk to you more about that. And of course, I mentioned our College of Osteopathic Medicine. So running out of time, encourage you, if you have not started to apply, now is the time. Deadlines are coming, lots of scholarships for students. So please scan that QR, and I look forward to meeting you all soon. Thank you. Thanks, Chelsea.
Thanks so much. Alrighty, and next up we have Rider University.
Okay, let's get started. Well, good evening, folks. My name is Susan Mikowski, and I am the Director of Undergraduate and Transfer Admission at Rider University here in the great state of New Jersey. Rider is a small private liberal arts school in central Jersey. We are about 15 minutes from downtown Princeton, 15 minutes from the New Jersey State Capitol, an hour outside of New York City, and we are 45 minutes from Philadelphia. We are in a beautiful suburban location in on a compact campus. So once you pull onto campus, everything is right there for our students. Housing is available for students all 4 years, and freshman students are able to bring a car to campus, which is a wonderful feature. Again, being a small community allows for certain things of that nature. The community is made up of about 3,600 students, and as you can see, they're from some very diverse geographic areas, as well as some wonderful diverse backgrounds. So you will be in class from students from everywhere, all different walks of life, all different avenues that they are bringing to campus. We pride ourselves on you being a name and a face. So we have an average of 17 students in class and an 11-to-1 student to teacher ratio. We do not use graduate assistants or teaching assistants to teach our students. So you are only taught by the experts, and 94% of them have their PhD or their highest degree possible. So you really will be known. And you have the opportunity of being known in about 70 majors of study. And you can see there's also some wonderful 5-year graduate options. And this would be the complete list. So everything from our Norm Brodsky College of Business, which is how Rider was founded in 1865. We are AACSB accredited for both the College of Business as well as our accounting program. There's only 2 schools in New Jersey that offer that dual accreditation, as well as only about 3% of schools internationally with that dual accreditation. We have our College of Education and Human Services, our Westminster College of the Arts for students looking to do the fine and performing arts, as well as our classical programs in the Westminster Choir College, and then our liberal arts and sciences. All of our students are required to use their major before they are able to graduate. So whether they are doing internship work or field experiences or going into the research labs as early as freshman year, we want our students to engage in their learning, not only outside of the classroom, not only inside of the classroom, but also outside of the classroom, whether that is community service or studying abroad or doing something in the arts, even if they're not an arts major. We look to have our students build themselves as a whole person through engaged learning, and we believe that's what leads them into the success after graduation. However, for students that are not as successful right away after graduation with employment or grad school, they're able to come back with the Cranberry investment to get a paid internship or take classes for free in order to bolster that resume so that they will get some employment when they are complete with that. We are an active campus, so we are a Division I university. We have 10 men's and 10 women's D1 athletics. We have 18 college club teams and intramural sports, as well as 150 clubs and organizations and Greek life. So there's a little bit of something for everybody on campus and a lot for you to get involved in. As far as applying, these are the standard deadlines that we offer our students. We are a Common App only school. So if you've been completing the Common App for other schools, please feel free to add Rider to that list. And do consider applying early action for a lot of wonderful perks, including getting your decision by the end of December, as well as your financial aid offer by the end of December. And at the time that you're going to get your admission decision, here would be the averages of the students that we are admitting to the institution. But at the time that you are getting your admission decision, we're also considering you for our academic scholarship. We are a test optional institution, and students are considered for admission and scholarship as test optional students as well. So whether you submit them or not, you are considered for everything, including our full tuition scholarships that we offer and our honors program. In addition to the scholarships that we offer, there's of course financial aid filed through with the FAFSA form. So a lot of good opportunities to make a private school education as affordable as possible for students. And we would really encourage our students to visit campus. So we're offering a lot of different visit opportunities, whether it be tours of campus or our open houses that we're hosting this fall, as well as into the spring. And for students that are seniors looking to visit campus, and consider Rider as one of their schools on their application. If you visit campus 3 times during your college search process as a senior, and you decide to enroll on May 1st, you will receive $1,000 off of your textbooks as a freshman. We want to take away as many barriers as possible to getting a quality education and having you stay here in the state of New Jersey. If you have any questions or if there's anything we can do to assist you in your college search process, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And also please be sure that you take advantage of checking out our social media that was on one of the previous slides. It's all run by our students. If you want to know what it's really like to be a Rider student, that's the best place to check out.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. So I'm going to invite everyone back on screen here for just a couple minutes so we can hear from you one more time. I'm going to throw a question here for you, and we'll go in the same order. So I'm going to ask Drew University, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I'd recommend that you go see every single type of school, large school, small school, medium school. You don't really know what you like and the type of culture that you like until you actually go see it and go get that feel. So that's what I'd recommend.
Thank you. Alrighty, Washington and Jefferson, what would you recommend?
Ask any question that's on your mind. There's absolutely no such thing as a bad question as you go through this process. If it's important to you, then you need to find out the answer. So ask every question that's on your mind.
Absolutely. Thank you. Western Michigan, what is your advice?
Oh, so many great advice and pieces, but my favorite one is to just trust your gut. When you visit, you're gonna know, and so go with that, and you can't make the wrong choice.
Awesome. Sacred Heart.
Yeah, so whatever campuses you visit, I just advise you to like maybe talk to some students that are there just to see what it's like because they live their life daily. So you're on tours, get as many questions as you can out of those tour guides, so you can kind of really get a feel of what it'll be like if you're going to be living there.
Awesome. Thank you. Duquesne.
Great advice, everybody. I was going to just say to the students, if you're feeling a little stressed because you don't know what major you want, it's okay. One of my colleagues mentioned about being undecided. That's what this is for. You're high school students. You don't have to know. So come undecided. Let your advisors at the schools help and advise you. That's what they're there for. So keep up the good work.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Rider University.
Couldn't agree more with my colleagues. I think the only thing I would add is use your resources, whether it's in your school community or people like us at the colleges. We're here to help you. We want to help you and we want to assist you. So please take advantage of using all those resources as you go through this entire process. Whatever it is that you think you need, that's what we're here to help with.
Absolutely. Thank you all for your input there. Alrighty, so without further ado, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of our presenters. This was a great session. It was so awesome hearing from all of you. And thank you participants for being with us this evening. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick survey. We appreciate any feedback you can provide. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other recordings at strivescan.com/Middlesex. And with that, I would like to wish everybody a great weekend, a great night, a great weekend. It was so awesome being here with you. See you later.